Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I want to show you how to make this washcloth. It's a really easy pattern, and as you can see, I think it looks really pretty. It's a V-stitch pattern. It's really easy to remember. You don't have to look at a pattern all the time to remember what to do. We're just going to do the foundation, and then after that every row is a repeat. You can make them in pretty much any size you like. These ones, the the yellow and the peach one are the same width, but I added an extra row to the height of the peach one. You can also make sure you have something in the corner to hang if you want to hang your cloth. The green one is a little bit bigger, it has a little more width and a little more height. But you can do it any way you like. So this one, if you want to fold it, this is a really good size. When we do the tutorial, I'll talk about the foundation chain, how many we need to do, and so on. You can also do, like, I made some small ones here. So you can do like little scrubbies that go with it if you fancy that. It's the same pattern, just we're going to do, you will have to do fewer on your foundation chain. But let's jump right into the tutorial, and I'll give you all the details along the way about choosing your yarn and colors and how to do these different sizes. So we're going to start with the foundation chain. For the yellow and peach ones, I have chained 18 in the beginning. So you're going to need to have a multiple of 2. You can do, and you need to do a minimum of 6. If you chain 6 in the beginning, it will give you this half V-stitch and 1 V-stitch, and then every time you add 2 more, you'll get an extra V-stitch. I think the green one is a chain 22, and the little blue ones are only a chain 12. So you can see if you chain 12, it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4 V's, 4 clusters of a V, and then this one extra. And as you can see, this is the pattern. So over here we only have 1 double crochet, and here we have the V-stitch, so 2 double crochets. And then over on the opposite side, on this row, we have the 1. So you'll always have 2 and 1. So we're going to start with a V-stitch and finish each row with a 1 double crochet. So let's get started. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to chain 14. Let's do that. Just make sure when you do your foundation chain that you don't make your chains too tight, because that will make the project look a little strange. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So here's our foundation chain. We're going to start working in the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's this one down here. I like to turn my work and work in the back loop of the foundation chain, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to yarn over and put in a double crochet in the 4th chain from your hook. So the first 3 chains will count as a double crochet, and now we're adding 1 next to it, and this gives us our first V. Then we're going to yarn over, skip the next chain, go into the second one and put in a double crochet, and 1 more to get our V. So here you have it. So we have a V-stitch, an empty chain, and another V-stitch. We're going to yarn over, skip the next chain, and go into the second one, and also adding in 2 double crochets to create our V. We're going to do that all the way down this foundation chain until we get to the last chain. So just follow along. So skip 1 into the next one, add 2 double crochets. I always do my washcloth in cotton. This is an 8/8 cotton, so a thick one, and I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook. I think this gives me the best feel and the best look. I think this V-stitch done in this way creates a little bit of a, you could say, rustic vibe. And I really like that. So that's also why I don't have any borders on these. I kind of like that they're a little bit uneven. So now we only have one chain left after skipping this one. And in there we're only going to put one double crochet. So this is our first row of V's with all of our double crochets. We're going to chain 3, and from now on it's just a repeat. So every row you're going to chain 3. That, turn your work, and you can go down either into your first stitch, so this one that we're already in, or you can go down and do it on the left side of your first double crochet. That's really up to you. So either you go in here or you go in up here. Let's just go down here. Whoop, we're going to do a double crochet. So together with our chain 3, that creates our first V-stitch. Then we're going to skip the next V and just go in between the two V's, so in here, and put in 2 double crochets to create a new V-stitch. So 1 and 2. And then you're just going to skip the next V-stitch, go in between the next ones. And as I said, you can make this in any width and any height you like. I think it's really just about testing it out a little bit and see which one fits your purpose the most. If you do them really big, they of course take a little bit longer to make, but this is a very fast project to make. And I just showed you in the beginning for the first light blue ones I made them in a scrubby size. I think that's really cool as well. And I'm also going to show you how we do the color change at the top. So now I only have this first double crochet and chain 3 left out here from the previous round. I'm going to go into our third chain, so the top chain up here, so not in this space, but we're going to find that third chain and go in there like that. So you can see I'm in the chain. And again, yarn over before you go in, because we're putting in a double crochet. Like that. So that was row number 2. So 2 double crochets at the beginning of each row, the chain 3 and the 1 double crochet, and then finish each row with a 1 double crochet in here. So you can just continue and make it as big or as large as you want. I'm going to add in a few more rows, and I'll going to show you how we can do a color change if you like the top of the cloth to be a different color. So I have added a few more rows to my project. As I said in the beginning, you can add as many as you like. I think for the yellow one I have 9 yellow rows and 2 white ones. For the peach one I have also 9 colored rows, and then I have, let's see, I have 3 white ones. And for the green one I have 12 rows of green, and then I have added 4 white ones on top of it. And you can do that any way you like, and you don't even have to do 2 different colors if you don't want to, but I think it gives a really nice look. So let's do 1 or 2 rows with a different color just to see how that looks. So I'm going to, you can do the color change in any way you like. I'm going to fasten off. I will add some notes in the description on how many chains I have for each foundation chain for the green and peach and yellow one, and also how many rows of each color, just if you're interested in that. So I'm not going to attach a white color. I'm going to use this pink one because white does not work very well on camera. So we're not doing that. I like to do my color change with a standing stitch. So I'm going to do a slip knot with my second color. And again, you can do it any way you like. I'm going to find, so here's the stitch I want to attach to. So I'm going to yarn over on my slip stitch, and I'm going to push my finger down on it so it doesn't go anywhere. Then I go in to the stitch, grab the yarn and come up, and I have three loops on my hook. And I need to make sure that this one doesn't go anywhere because it has a tendency to do that. And I'm going to yarn over and go through 2, and then I'm letting go of this one and yarning over and doing 2. So this is a standing stitch. As you can see, it looks like a double crochet, so we don't have to chain 3. I'm going to turn my work. I'm going to yarn over and go down and add a double crochet, and this gives us the first V in a different color. And then you're just going to work your way all the way across, putting in 2 double crochets. I think I'll make 2 rows in this color, and then we can meet again and I'll show you how to add something so we can hang our cloth if we want to. So I'm almost done with my second row of this pink color. And since we didn't do a chain 3 in the beginning, which is our standing stitch, we don't have a chain 3 that we could go into. So we're just going to go, as you can see, we do have our standing stitch and it looks like a regular stitch. So we're just going to go in there to add our final double crochet. Like that. So now this little sample is done. If you want to add something so you can hang your washcloth, I'm just going to chain, let's say 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to use the outside of this last stitch. And I'm going to slip stitch. So now you can hang your cloth as well. Let's just yarn over so we can see it. And snip off the yarn. And you of course have to weave in your ends. For some people that might be an argument to why they do not want to do a color change. As you can see, you can now hang it. Be aware when you weave in your ends for a project like this, don't use the borders or the outside stitches too much. Try to go in where you have your little clusters and hide your yarn tails in there. The same goes for this one. Don't use your foundation, just work your way up here and maybe hide it in here or go all the way up or over here. So leave in a fairly long yarn tail to make that happen. I think that was more or less all for today. As I mentioned, I will put in some numbers in the description about how I made these other ones, how many I chained for the foundation chain, and how many rows I have. If you have any comments or questions, just leave them below and I'll get back to you. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. And until next time, have a fantastic day.